In 1857, a violent rebellion erupted across northern India, shaking the foundations of British rule. The uprising exposed the East India Company's weaknesses, prompting the British government to take direct control. The Government of India Act of 1858 dissolved the company, transferring power to the British Crown and marking the start of the British Raj. A viceroy now ruled India, symbolizing imperial authority and a new era of centralized governance. The British reorganized the army and administration, aiming to prevent future revolts and project stability. Yet, beneath the surface, resentment simmered, and the Raj's rule was both powerful and precarious. The memory of the rebellion lingered, deepening the divide between rulers and subjects. This new order would shape India's destiny for the next 90 years, setting the stage for profound change and the struggle for freedom. The British Raj transformed India's landscape with railways, new laws, and Western-style education. Railways connected distant regions, serving British economic and military interests, but also fostering Indian unity. British legal systems and courts replaced traditional laws, introducing new concepts, but often favoring Europeans. English language schools created a class of Indian administrators, exposing them to Western ideas of liberty and nationalism. Ironically, these tools of control became catalysts for resistance as educated Indians began to question colonial rule. The benefits of modernization were uneven, deepening social divides and fueling discontent. The seeds of nationalism were sown in classrooms and train compartments, setting the stage for future challenges to British authority. British economic policies turned India into a supplier of raw materials and a market for British goods. Indian industries collapsed under the weight of cheap imports, devastating artisans and weavers. Farmers were forced to grow cash crops, leading to poverty, debt, and vulnerability to global price swings. Famines ravaged the countryside, while the colonial government prioritized exports over relief. The wealth extracted from India fueled Britain's prosperity, leaving millions of Indians in hardship. Land revenue systems and high taxes trapped peasants in cycles of debt and dispossession. These harsh realities bred deep resentment, fueling the call for an end to colonial rule. British rule and its injustices sparked the rise of Indian nationalism. Educated Indians inspired by Western ideals began organizing for self-rule. The Indian National Congress, formed in 1885, started with moderate demands but soon embraced mass mobilization. Leaders like Tilak and Gandhi transformed the movement, advocating for Swaraj and non-violent resistance. The partition of Bengal and the Swadeshi movement galvanized public support. Gandhi's leadership brought millions into the struggle, making it a true mass movement. Nationwide campaigns of non-cooperation and civil disobedience challenged British authority. The nationalist movement united diverse groups in the quest for independence. By the 1940s, the freedom struggle had reached its peak, with Gandhi and Nehru leading the charge. World War II weakened Britain, and the Quit India movement signaled Indians' resolve for complete independence. The British, exhausted and unable to maintain control, realized their rule was ending. Communal tensions, however, led to demands for a separate Muslim state. In 1947, India gained independence, but the subcontinent was divided into India and Pakistan, triggering mass violence and displacement. Nehru's Tryst with Destiny speech marked a bittersweet victory. The journey from the Raj's establishment to independence was marked by struggle, sacrifice, and resilience. India's story became one of both freedom and the enduring scars of partition.